Other interesting political news, you have Vivek on U.S. lack of northern border security going viral, getting near 1 million views in a single day. And actually, within 2 days, it surpassed it, getting 1.4 million views. Not to brag, but my last video got 18 views. Humble brag. Although, as Trump might say, they were the best views ever, the best audience always. I know no one was asking for that impression, but perhaps it made you smile just a little bit today. That's all I can hope for. Now, Vivek, before his quick video, said, quote, "This is insanity. Right now at the U.S. northern border, port of entry, there are two signs. One says, prepare to stop. The other reads, to a hiking trail. I followed the hiking trail sign, which leads up into the woods that completely sidesteps the port of entry to the U.S. and Canadian sides." Unquote. Which we all knew. I think many people knew that the northern border is just a joke. That's kind of been the butt of many jokes in my lifetime, is the northern border, which for decades I've been saying we need to build a wall there to keep our freedom intact. Lord knows what would happen if those Mounties with their beavers and what would a Canadian soldier have on them? They'd have a satchel of a wooden. No, actually no. They love guns in Canada, but only for the government, not the people. So they would have a gun as a Mountie, but instead of having a canteen of water, it'd be a canteen of maple syrup. Instead of having an attack dog or like a dog to sniff out drugs, they would have a beaver. And then instead of a horse riding into battle, they would have a moose. I can only presume that is a historical accurate representation of the Canadian military. It sounds about right. Surely it is. Now, he does play this for about 37 seconds. And if you have suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it for production software that will allow you to do picture-in-picture, video-in-video, as I've evaluated 2 to 3. And again, the human error is real. I may very well be making mistakes. But the last time I tried, I don't know if the camera is just too new still. I'm currently using the Razer Kaizen 4K webcam for the USB camera at the moment. But it just wouldn't recognize the device. And the other time, it would recognize the screen that I was trying to show, but not the device. So, again, I appreciate your patience as we're trying to make the show better together, and I do appreciate your feedback. And without further ado, I will play the quick clip.
It's a very friendly hiking trail. There's a sign that led us up here. I wouldn't have found this if they didn't have the friendly sign literally right in front of the fence with barbed wire said hiking trail this way. A white line that we couldn't cross, but a hiking trail that we're jaunting along. It's beautiful, I have to admit. The kind of thing we might do on a vacation. Or if you're illegally crossing a border when you don't want to come through the main border. Those would be the two ways that you might take advantage of a beautiful trail like this one. It's a nice walk.
Although, I'm sure many people combine that. That could be a new trend, actually. Although I fear I'm not the one starting it. A border crossing vacation. Combine the two activities. Could be fun for presumably the whole family. And before I'll beat the comments this time, my family did not swim here from Cuba. We actually used a plane. Fun fact. One of the last ones out. Now, of the 1.4 million views, I suspect many of them will be either jokes about Canada and supporting him, since Canada in many ways is a joke. Although it is sad, of course, that they disarm their people and they're very tyrannical and evil. But nevertheless, and of course the jokes are endless about Justin Trudeau looking like Fidel Castro's illegitimate son. His mother was a whore, apparently, or cover your ears, I apologize if you have children listening, but she spent a lot of time with Fidel, who is one of the most evil, morally vacuous people in history, and is a disgusting stain on the U.S. idea of freedom that communism literally is a stone throw away off Florida. But I moderately or partially digress. Now, looks like one of the top comments is Mr. Steve Stevenson. Trying to cheat by having first name Steve? I don't think so. We're just going to call you Steve. So Mr. Steve says, quote, "It's just a hiking trail, man. Chill out. No one would use that illegally because it would be illegal," unquote. I appreciate a good pun or observational humor. He did get 146 likes. Mr. David Yepes says, quote, "Are you worried about the hordes of Canadians crossing the border unchecked or the hordes of Americans fleeing America if Trump gets reelected," unquote. He got 278 likes. Although perhaps one of the most laziest arguments in history. You hear this about Democrats and Republicans. Everyone always complains, oh, if XYZ gets elected, I'm moving to Canada. How many people have actually do that? I would actually respect someone if they did it because they actually, stuck behind their word. a wise man used to say, a man is only as good as his word. Unfortunately, nowadays, that's worth darn near nothing for many people. But, yeah, I don't know how many people really... Well, let me know. Do you know a single person who left the United States when Biden got elected or Trump got elected? I mean, people won't even leave their state when they have tyranny ruling over them, like in California, where they're taxing ammo and guns at 20%, disarming their people, allowing the city of San Francisco to burn, literally giving more rights to robbers and thieves than actual citizens there. And yet, they won't even leave this. A lot of those people just continue voting the same way, and they won't leave the city. So, when it comes to the statement of, oh yeah, we're going to leave the country, to me, it's just a boring, unauthentic, not even observational humor, just a boring joke. Let me know in the comments. Do you know a single person that's moved? But nevertheless, I'll go back to the comments. Someone by the name of Molly Pitcher did a little quote picture where it's a picture of FDR, and it says, quote, "In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way," unquote. She got 118 likes. Someone by the name of Winnie says, quote, "I think you're blowing this out of proportion there, Vivek. We're aware of the border," unquote. She got 313 likes. Although I don't know how much I agree with that statement, because when was the last politician who authentically, like not as a joke, talked about the northern border? It's a huge security flaw, as you can see in these videos. And of course, the bad guys know bad guys know all of our borders are basically jokes. So it's very easy to infiltrate and destroy the United States from within, unfortunately. One would think it'd be prudent to actually, construct something or put resources into that. But currently right now, Republicans and Democrats think it's better to spend over $100 billion protecting borders in Europe. Interesting priorities, to say the least. Going down to the comments. Let's see here. Veterans taking back said, quote, "Yet you saw not one single immigrant crossing. Go find another story," unquote. Got 158 likes. Now, someone did respond to that by the name of Robert DePalma saying, quote, "Wait, he's not finished." And it looks like there's a video. It looks like a person may be crossing in the video. Or he's just crossing a river. A lot of people are saying it's a stream, not a border. Somebody named of Space Fabrics did a poll, and you know me, I enjoy my data in the polls. This person did a question saying, quote, "Shut down the border," unquote. So that's the question for the poll. Out of the 346 people who cast their votes on this very important X or Twitter poll, 76% yes, we must, while 24% have never played the game of Risk, and they say no, it's not important to protect your border. And that got 7,000 views, although only 4 likes. So a lot of people participated in that vote, but they did not like it, interestingly enough. Let's see. A lot of people, okay, so there's a lot of people saying, "We stand with Vivek," we stand with Vivek. Someone's saying loopholes. Someone, Cameron, I make websites, which A+ for marketing. I know exactly what this person does, so presumably if I need that service, I can reach out to them. I should probably add technology or cybersecurity into my name. Nevertheless, this person says, quote, "Easier to get a visa to Canada than the US," unquote. This person got 23 views, or rather 23 likes. Let's see. So interesting enough, I'd say a little less support than usual for Vivek when it comes to this poll, or this feedback on the Twitter. Yeah, let's see. You also have somebody named of Kevin Brewer saying, quote, "This is hilarious, but not surprising," unquote, getting 45 likes. So let me know in the comments. Do you think, again, I've never heard of a politician really go after the Canadian border. It would be a unique value prompt or a unique thing to talk about. Now, I'm not sure how much the American public realizes the importance of borders are. Granted, that's probably partially because the detriment of public schools not teaching anything these days. Well, teaching so poorly that we have record low scores in pretty much every topic from mathematics to science, history, perhaps by design. But nevertheless, it'll be interesting to see if this message resonates with American voters, if they see it as a winning topic that could gain you more votes in the primaries, or if it'll just continue to be the butt of many jokes, as Canada usually is. Let me know in the comments. It'll be fascinating to hear and see what you have to say. Thank you everyone again for taking the time to tune in today. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of October, so if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, I'm not a doctor, but it may help with the stuttering that I have. If you click that button, it might be the cure. We don't know, but together we could find out. Also, I greatly appreciate your feedback, especially if it's critical, because that's how you grow the most. So if you leave a comment, I greatly appreciate it. Also, liking the channel may or may not help. I have no idea how the algorithm works. It seems to change like the weather, but liking the videos is a good indicator that I'm doing a good job, or downvoting if I need to change some of the things accordingly. Also, lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.